Your name isn't Heisman, and I'm not calling you that. So change your name, and then I'll put you on the show. Good morning, Dan from Oregon.
Lou, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Dan from Oregon here.
Yes.
Hey, man. I think Washington should be ranked number 2. They got more ranked wins. They got the longest winning streak right behind Georgia. They got 17 in a row dating back last year. I know last year don't matter. They beat Texas last bowl game, and they got the best win. I'm sorry to tell Alabama, but they don't have the best loss. Oregon's got the best loss.
Right.
We lost to Washington on the road only by 3.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Bama's going on about over here.
Yeah, well, they don't understand much of anything. You got to remember, last year they had not one but 2 losses, and we're singing this same tune. We should be in. We're better than this team. We're better than that team. We should be in. We're one of the best 4 teams. Alabama's entire life revolves around opinion. Anything fact-based, they don't want to have anything to do with it. Fact, they lost to Texas. Opinion, don't matter. We'd beat them tomorrow. I mean, they don't, you know, they're grasping at straws, the Alabama fan is.
Yeah,
they're going to lose to Georgia. I guarantee they're going to lose to Georgia. And then for 15 hours or whatever it is, the SEC championship game usually comes on at 4 o'clock, ends at 8 o'clock. The playoff selection show is noon the next day. So however much time that is, 16 hours, they're going to spend those 16 hours all over the internet telling everybody that, number 1, they would beat Texas if they played them tomorrow, and number 2, yeah, we lost to Georgia, but they're the best team. We're still one of the best 4 teams. We should be in the playoffs. That's what they're going to do. And then when they don't get in, they're going to act like they don't understand why. They're going to spend the entire month of December running around all over the internet telling the 4 teams that are in the playoffs that they could beat them. Oh, y'all are lucky. Y'all dodged Alabama. Y'all are lucky. We're one of the best 4 teams. Y'all are lucky we didn't get in. This is just what they do. If they had 4 losses, they would be doing the exact same thing. This is just what they do. Brandon Wyatt, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, Bama fans have reduced themselves to hitching their rolling tide to Jayden mildew. If a running back playing quarterback is their best hope, they're truly lost. Not only that, they're running around actively rooting for Oregon State to beat Washington. They went out and bought Iowa State hats this week, hoping that Texas will lose. It's weird because the reality is Bama needs help. Just winning out's not good enough for Bama. They won't get in if all they do is win out. They need help. They need other teams to lose. It's sad to see Alabama going around rooting for all these other teams so that they can try to backdoor their way in, but this is the situation they put themselves in. Tennessee Bingle, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, hey, good morning in that little Heisman talk, Uncle Lou. In my opinion, Jayden Daniels is the most deserving by far, but does he get it, though? We shall see. I think unless LSU loses another game, he's a lock to win the Heisman. I think he'll win it. If they lose another game, you may have some Heisman voters who back off of him because it's a 4-loss team. But he reminds me of Lamar Jackson back in 2018? I can't remember the exact year. It might have been 2018. But Louisville was a 3-loss team that year. And Jayden Daniels' numbers are just, so much further ahead that I think with 3 losses, he's pretty much a lock to win it. They play a nobody this week, and then next week they play a coachless Texas A&M. So I'm assuming LSU will win out. But remember, they lost to Texas A&M last year. Texas A&M was a 5-win team last year. LSU won the West, but didn't they lose to Texas A&M last year? So I don't think LSU will lose, but I don't think it's like just an automatic guarantee that they'll win. But if they do win out and LSU is sitting there at 9-3, then I think Jayden Daniels will win the Heisman.